Okay, we're going to continue with our introduction to slope, and we're talking about the slope equation. So the slope equation is going to be how you find the slope of a line and or how you build a line based on this information. So this y equals mx plus b, that's a bunch of letters and it looks very confusing, but it's not. We're going to talk about two of those letters and the information that they represent, right? So most important one is that m equals slope. So anywhere you see talking about m, we're going to remember that that's the slope. Okay. So then the b is a little bigger word. It's called the y-intercept. Okay. So let's look at a visual. Okay. Let me draw a little wobbly graph. Okay. And let's just put a few lines here and that will, okay, so y-intercept, that is where the line crosses over. Okay, so there's a line on my graph, and it's going to be where it crosses the y-axis, okay? The y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis. So you're going to see that going back up here to this equation, that b is its own term, okay? It is not a coefficient. Slope is going to be the coefficient of x. But the b is own term. It's a constant, right? So if I look at my graph, this is 1, 2, 3, my slope is at 3. If I do my pencil test and move left to right, that line is going up. So as that line goes up, we know that it's positive, and this is positive here. And so our y-intercept is going to be b, okay? So let's just go ahead and write down y-intercept. Did I just say b? Y-intercept equals 3, okay? Then we come back over to slope, okay? Finding slope. Finding slope, you take 2 points on your line. These are right next to each other, so they're going to be super easy. You'll have a bunch of these. But if I draw my little bitty, teeny tiny slope triangle there, I know that slope is rise over run, okay? So rise, only one, run, only one. So we know in this particular case that it is going to be 1, okay? So if my, let's see here, I would do y equals mx plus b. This would be y equals 1x plus 3, okay? So a more typical one is going to have different information. So you may have an equation that says y equals, let's say 4x plus 5, okay? You're going to be asked, especially in some IXLs, what is the slope? The slope is 4. What is the slope? What is the slope? What is the slope? Slope or m, right? Then you might be asked, what is the y-intercept? What is the y-intercept? What is the y-intercept? Your y-intercept is 5, right? Y-intercept. Oh, that's crazy ugly, but it is the y-intercept. That is 5. That's where it's going to start on that y-axis. Okay, I'm going to stop here before my dog starts to like crazy bark loud. Like that, knew it was coming. So this is, I hope, a good introduction to your slope equation and the fact that you're going to have before that, the coefficient to the x is your slope. Whole number, decimal, fraction, it's going to be your slope. Okay, that's it for now, and I hope this has been helpful.